All right, this video is going to walk you through the process of how we go about solving inequalities. Now, the first thing you'd think about when you see an inequality like this is to try to solve it like an equation. So as you solve it like an equation, you're just going to try to get x alone by itself. The best thing I can tell you is to start trying to cancel things that are farthest away from the x and working your way towards the things that are closer. So this minus 16 is the first thing I would try to get rid of. I would try to add 16 to both sides to get rid of that 16. As you add 16 to both sides, you're going to then get negative 208 on the right-hand side. So then I've got negative 13, x plus 12 is equal to, notice I've changed it to an equal sign for right now. I'll talk about that in just a moment. Then is equal to negative, what did I say, 208, negative 208. And then from there, the next thing that we want to get rid of that's around the x is this minus 13. It's on the outside of the parentheses, a little farther away. We'll get rid of that by simply dividing by negative 13. So if you divide by negative 13 to both sides, these will cross out, and now you've got x plus 12 equals, and then you're going to say 16. This goes into 16 times. And then as I finish solving for x, I'll subtract 12 to both sides, and then finally they'll have x equals 4. That's a 4, by the way. Now we take our solution, and we take that answer we just got by solving it like an equation, and we go to our number line here. The kind of the kind of dot you're going to put it for is going to be a solid dot. The ones that have these equal signs in there are solid, and the ones that have no equal sign in our original problem are going to be open circles. So we're going to bring our solid dot here of 4 and start there. Now we have to decide which way the arrow is going to go. Is the arrow going to go to the right, or is the arrow going to go to the left? Now if I put 0 into the original equation, put a 0 right in here for x. If you put 0 in for x, this will then turn into 12. And then as we go into there and then take the, what did I say, 12 times 13, you're going to get negative 156. And then negative 156 minus 16 is going to make that negative 172. And is that less than or equal to negative 224? Yes or no? And the answer is no. This is not smaller than negative 224. So therefore, 0 did not work. So I want to stay away from 0. So I'm going to make my arrow go to the right instead and say these kind of numbers is what the answer is going to be. Whoops. Then from here, we want to then test out, not test out, but say what the kind of numbers are that this arrow is pointing at. These numbers that the arrows are pointing at are larger than 4. So then you would then say x values that are greater than or equal to 4 are the kind of numbers that solve this inequality. Any number larger than or equal to 4 is considered a solution to this inequality. And as you submit that, hopefully it comes out to be green for you too. And I'll submit it, hopefully it works, and then sure enough it does. Hopefully you guys in the future now, as you solve inequalities, solve them like an equation, get to your solution. The solution is what we call your boundary point, the number 4. Decide if it's solid or dotted based on if you have an equal sign or not. Equal signs are solid, no equal sign is open circle. Test out the number 0, and since the answer when you put 0 in for x right here gives you negative 172 and it was false, your arrow went away from 0, and the answer then as you describe it is greater than or equal to positive 4, and you say it as an inequality as well. Hope this video helps, and good luck on your question.